You are allowed to be imperfect, to show your emotion, especially if you want to attract high caliber clients who stay for the long run. And it can be a little bit controversial because I feel like all the creators, all the gurus tell you that you need to be perfect, you need to show that you are an authority, and I can guarantee you, if you don't have the business that you really want, who drives the people who love your content, pay your offer, go to the masterclass, go to your retreat, is because you are playing the game of other coaches and you are hiding the fact that you are the human and you don't show any emotion because you need to be perfect. You need that everything that you do is perfect. You need that you have the perfect content, the perfect camera, the perfect YouTube channel, the perfect name, the perfect logo. But people don't care about that. And this one is very interesting because I want the same thing. I love to control everything in my life, but to show my emotion is very difficult. To show my authenticity is very difficult because I thought that in order to become an authority for your audience, you need to be perfect. You need to talk in a certain way, you need to show up in a certain way, you need to have the perfect outfit, the perfect hair, you need to have the perfect house. And the only issue was that I was attracting people who was super focused about the thing and not about what is inside, what is the message is. And for me, it's like the way that to show up on the social media and to create the business of your dream is this energy. You will attract the people who you really want. And sometimes when you put a mask, you put a facade, you attract the people who you don't want because you are thinking, I need to act this way because my coach tell me to do this way, or this guru tell me this way because they already have a 6-figure business, they already have a 7-figure business, they already have an 8-figure business. So I need to have the perfect camera, I need to have the perfect house, I need to do the same thing as her or as him in order to have my successful business. But the only issue is you are not sure that you are human. You don't show that your emotion. And for me, it's like in order to create a business, a recurrent income, to create your own path of revenue, you need to understand who you are as a human, what is the emotion, and the emotion that you have, that you are hiding so hard, is the thing that your dream client need to in order to buy your offer and stay for the long run. For me, it was really, I was looking, for example, oh, I need to write this way. I need to have the perfect English in order to have more people follow me. But when I look at my other content that is maybe not well written in English, I have more engagement because my story is the thing that my dream client wants to hear from me. So I will give you an example. I wrote an article, and for this article I like, because I am not a native English, to correct with AI, and the person tell me, oh, I don't accept your content because I saw that is AI written. And for me it was like, no, it was me. But I could understand, because even if you look for AI, they switch in the way that is not me anymore. So why now I realized that when I was not looking for AI because I don't like so much to use AI, but one of my coaches told me, oh, you need to use AI just to have the perfect sentence. And I realized that I don't need that. Yes, maybe it will not be perfect, but I am not a native American or UK. I am a French one, and it's normal that I don't do. It's not perfect. So what I want to mean with this conversation is when I show my true self, when I show to the world what I am doing, people comment, people like, people enter to my world. But when I try to, when you have some doubt or they have some child and they are doing biking, so I will just make a pause because I am walking and I have the inspiration. But what I want to tell you is when you are building your empire and you change the way that you really want just because a coach tell you to do, and of course you need to have a coach because if you do by yourself you will procrastinate because you want that everything is perfect. But you need to understand that this coach will help you to understand what is very important and what is not. Of course they will give you some strategy, but you need to make this strategy like your own and not from another one. And for me I was like, because this coach was very nice, tell me, oh, you need to use AI to correct my English, it gives me some self-doubt to like, oh my god, maybe I am not enough. And when the guy tell me, oh, I put your article to, you have some AI generator that you can see if this content is written with AI, you say, oh, I ran for that, I don't accept because it was AI. And for me it was, no, I wrote this one, I just corrected. You take can you improve this? And when I reread, I say, oh yes, it was not me, it was something he was so polished that I didn't want to say. So, and when I change that and I put in my way, I see growth. I see people come into my world, even if it's not a perfect English, even if it's just a basic English, because people want authenticity. And yes, people want to have an expert, but they don't want to have an expert. Sorry, I will come back because there's another child. So of course people want to have an expert, but I feel like people right now, because online courses for me is like the new university, especially right now who people want to make more money because of the situation that we are right now, because people, the food is more expensive, the rent is more expensive, everything is more expensive, so people want to make more money. People who really want to have a better life and don't be stressed about how I need to pay my rent and everything. Of course they want to buy online courses, but I feel like that the marketing change. People of course want to have an expert, but they want an expert that is human and say, oh, I went through that, I understand you. Because look at in your favorite creator right now. Normally this favorite creator is not perfect. For example, when I look at my favorite content creator, when I look at, sorry, I just there's another child. I love child, but sometimes when, because I'm in France, so when I talk in English, people are looking at me and say, oh my god, I don't understand what she's doing, so maybe I will just hear a little bit more what you are saying, but you don't understand, so they are like, it's like a game. So, for example, when I look at my my favorite content creator, they are not perfect. What I like about her is when she shares, for example, a moment of her life, or when she shows me, for example, what she learned, what she listened as a podcast. And when we have like a deeper conversation that is not about the strategy, it's really about, okay, today I feel down, you have two choices. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I have two choices. I can play the victim mode, or I can play, okay, of course today I am not okay, but it's not because today is a bad day that, for example, my business is not, it will not working. And for me, it's like when we don't put out there like the authentic self, we are playing the victim mentality because we don't understand why. For example, oh, we have this polished content that is very perfect and everything. I have the light, I have everything. I don't have people buying my stuff. I don't talk about the following because for me it's like, if you know how to go viral, if you know to have an aesthetic house, of course you will have, it's more easy for you to have following. But to have people who buy your stuff and really engage with your stuff and stay for the long run is more difficult, and is more than just to have a perfect content strategy, because content strategy is just 20%. For me, is mindset, energy is more, and authenticity also. And it's come from the True Queen formula, which is, of course we need to sell every day, of course we need to create content, but we need to be in the place that we are authentic in order to be paid to be our own truth. So if we want to be paid to be our own truth, we need to show out there without something that is not us, and we mimic other people because we are thinking, oh, they find the best way, and it comes to the place of fear and don't accept that we are human and we have this emotion. And this emotion that you are hiding, I can guarantee you, is the emotion that your dream client need to see from you, that you overcome. Then they will buy from you. And I see that is wise. I don't need to be perfect. If you want to have a perfect coach that telling you, oh, this is the perfect strategy for you, I am not this guy. I am the coach for the woman who really want to build a six-figure business, who they are the own truth. And it's for that, for me, if you are not yet sign up, following my podcast, don't come to my Instagram, my substack to talk with me. It's like you are not ready for me, and it's okay. But if you really want to have a chief in your business, and if you listen to me for multiple episodes, it's because you recognize yourself in me, and you are sick and tired to buy thousand and thousand content strategy, thousand and thousand strategy to go on Pinterest, on TikTok, how to create your offer, but you want something more meaningful. Of course, I will show you that, but you know that in order to be where you want to go, which is mean build a six-figure business, to be in the part to create your own way to create your revenue, you need to understand who you are, what you are feeling, what you overcome, what you struggle with, because sometimes you can have, oh, I'm still figuring out, but I know what I can have the step further, because people are thinking I need to be on the top for people buying. No, you just need to be the step after that the people want to be. So it means that sometimes we overthinking, we overcomplicate, because inside we have the fear and we don't accept that. Sometimes if we don't have the result that we want, and it's not about the algorithm, it's because we are thinking that we need to be perfect, we need to change in order to prove to other people that, oh, you can pay me because I am enough. So no, I deserve to be happy, and it's come for the place of scarcity. It's come for the place of victim mentality. It's come for the place of I need to prove to others that it's perfect in order to be paid. So we need to switch this story in order to be no. My party is the best into the world. If you are my dream client, if you are my dream client, you will understand that hey, it's better here. So of course, I am not yet in this transformation, my end transformation, but I'm going there. And if you want to go in there with me, you buy my offer. But if you don't want, it's not okay. But you will miss something. And when I will be up there, how you want to, you will be with me. But maybe it will be too late, it will be more expensive. You know, the different shift that I did is really depend of who you really want. And when you did the shift that, hey, no matter the number, no matter the external validation, I show up because my party is the best into the world. I am the one who can show you that you can have the transformation that I have and that I will continue to grow. I can guarantee you your story will make sell and you will have more people coming to your world. So I hope that you love this episode, even you have some interruption because you know I am outside, there are sun, so of course people are coming here, but I hope that you enjoy and you understand what I want to say. If you want to go deeper and ask me some questions, please join my substack. Is where the party is over there. Is where you can ask me the question that I can go deeper. I can talk a little bit about the strategy and also the energy pack and the mindset. But if you really want to have the jam, you want to have the tea, you need to go to my substack. Is there that is the parties over there. You are missing out. So I will leave you guys right now and see you. Don't forget to be your own true and see you soon, guys. I love you.